of top 50 black athletes of all time yesterday. Tiger Woods did not make the list, despite being second all time with 14 majors. Over 10,000 people voted in the survey, with dominance, inspiration, and impact on society being the factors in the voting. We're joined by Rob Parker. Welcome, Rob.
What's
Good morning.
happening? Good morning.
Shannon, let me start with you. Does Tiger belong on the list?
Absolutely. 1,000%. Now, I know what he said. He's Kabalasian. But when they took him to the police...
What?
Yeah, he was...
What is that?
I thought it was Kablasian.
Yeah, Kabalasian. Yeah,
Something like
he,
that.
he didn't identify as solely African-American. But we know when they took him to jail, what box did it check? So we know that. So put all that aside, Skip. He should have been number one because he was the most dominant. Because think about this, Skip. They said, we'll give you Tiger or you can take the field.
Wait, you're saying he should be number one on the all-time list?
Yes, absolutely.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
On the all-time list
Look,
above
look,
Michael
crazy.
Jordan?
Let me finish. You look at his dominance. He had what they call the Tiger Slam. He had all four majors, not in the calendar season, but he had them all on his mantle at one particular time. And then golf. Michael Jordan didn't make little black boys pick up basketballs and go to the black top. Tiger made black men go get golf clubs.
Not enough of them, but go ahead.
But no, I'm saying casually.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying casually. Black kids didn't start playing basketball because of Michael Jordan. Let me ask you.
Moore wanted to be like Mike.
Let me ask you a question.
With Mike's dominance.
When did Nike start selling sneakers? Before or during when Michael Jordan came?
Before.
When did Nike start selling golf equipment?
When did Nike start making money on sneakers?
When did they start? Was Michael Jordan when they
come on.
started? Come on.
Shannon, you're going to lose that one.
Hold on.
Yes.
They sell Nike golf. They sold Nike golf clubs, Nike golf shoes, Nike golf balls. And when he left the golf course, what was the first thing they uttered, Rob Parker? We're going to Tiger-proof it. They changed no rules in the NBA for Michael Jordan. That was done for Wilt Chamberlain. So we can minimize all we want to. Unless he struggled, Tiger has struggled since he had this off-field incident. But if you look at dominance, you look at his influence on what he made African Americans do. How do you deny this? Now, what happened was, Skip.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
Well, the blacks, because since he said he wasn't one of us, he said, well, okay, we'll get your butt away from us then. And then the whites, when he had that incident, they said, well, get your butt away from us. So now he in purgatory. He's got two groups that don't F with him.
Which incident are you talking about?
Well, he started with he had the wife, and then he had to bring in the Perkins, and then the fallacy, what he was trying.
Remember, he had presented himself as the ideal father and husband, and all of a sudden, National Enquirer just blasted that all.
So now you got he's not black. Well, we ain't got time for you then. And then the white, he gonna cozy up, and then he got caught in that incident, and now they're out. So now he's in purgatory. He's in the middle. But for him not to be on this list at all, okay, if you want to disagree, I think he could easily be number one. But for him not to be in the top 50 of all time, man, this list. So once I don't see Tiger on the list, what am I even look at who's 30 and who's 25 for?
I was impressed by the list that Tiger Woods wasn't on there. And it's always about black people, and you know this, Shannon. It's okay if Tiger wanted to embrace his mother being from Thailand and being Thai. That's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody would be mad at you if you were to say, hey, I'm black and my mom's Thai. You know what I mean? And I embrace both of them. No. He actually had the audacity, the nerve to go on Oprah Winfrey and say he was offended when people called him black.
He used the word I resent.
Right, resent. I'm sorry. And when people heard that sent chills.
I can speak for this man because I know when he heard it, he was out.
I was out, Skip, and I told you that day, I grabbed all my Tiger Woods golf shirts, hats, everything.
True story.
And took it down to the Salvation Army. I'm out.
True story.
What?
Out.
Rob, because you know, we used to get upset when we thought people was acting white.
Right.
Let alone tell you they're not black. If you act that way, we ain't got no time for you. For you to come out and tell us, you got to go.
And I think this is where black people said, and we wanted to love this guy.
Yeah.
Okay? You told us we can't
didn't
play
want
golf.
to. You did.
Can't swim. Can't play quarterback. can't play in the major leagues. We can't be president. We can't do all this. This guy comes along and just blows everybody out, and everybody's in amazement and says, oh my God, like the greatest golfer of all time is going to wind up being black. This is incredible.
It was.
And then Tiger goes exit
Stage left.
like, no, I'm not. And I think that's what his damage to the black community is, what he just got rewarded with, and why he's not on the list. He did this to himself. You could blame other people and say the list is ridiculous because he should be on it. No, Tiger did this to himself.
Is he not
And
great?
I'll give you the other one. Yeah, he's a great golfer. There's no doubt about it.
No, so
He's not on this list. And I'll give you the perfect example. I always say this. Had Barack Obama said, don't count me as the first black president, my mother's white, just call me number 40, what was he? 44. Just call me number 44. Black people would say, what? Oh, okay, we got you. That's not what he did. He embraced being black. And I'm telling you, Tiger did this to himself. I applaud people who don't embrace people who don't want to be with them. I do. I just embrace people.
Tiger Woods dominated a sport I love, golf, the way no human will ever again dominate it. And I could eat those words someday. There could be another beyond Tiger, but you're right, especially for those 2 years through that Tiger Slam period. I've never seen anything like it, because just in those 2 years, remember, he won the U.S. Open at Pebble by 15 shots. And that's after he had already won 97.
Only golfer under par.
12, yeah. And then he went to the British Open at the hallowed St. Andrews, right, the old course, and he wins by 8. And then he won the PGA in the greatest shootout I ever witnessed against a childhood rival of his named Bob May, who was not very good, but it went to overtime. You know, it went extra holes, and it was just one birdie putt upon birdie putt upon birdie putt, and he won that one, and then he beat David Duval, the next Tiger, to come around to finish it in the Masters. And it looked like, at that point, as Jack Nicklaus and both Nicklaus and Palmer had predicted, he was going to have a whole closet full of green jackets, which you get to win the Masters, obviously, like 15. Tiger ended with 14 majors, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of his majors. But
4 green jackets.
But the point, 4 green jackets. But again, that's when they sat back and said, we have to Tigerize Augusta National, the hallowed Augusta National. So my issue with the list, and I don't want to go too deeply into this because it's just the criteria they chose, they put too much weight in the role model part of this.
Yes.
So you're going to get disqualified. Like, how's Barry Bonds not on this? I don't care what he did or didn't do. He was the greatest player I ever saw, right? I mean, Barry Bonds, he's not in the top 50 black athletes of all time. I'm sorry. Kobe Bryant not on this list, but we know what happened at Eagle, Colorado. And we know Barry was accused of PEDs, and most people believe, whatever. Okay, so you're out, you're out, you're out. Well, no, you shouldn't be out. But social impact is supposed to be a weighted category that counts a lot. Well, who had more social impact than Tiger Woods? He broke down the gates of Augusta National. Not that black golfers hadn't played before. I was there the year, I think it was like 85-ish.
Sifford or Sifford?
Calvin Pete was among the leaders, and they wouldn't put his name on the board, on the leaderboard, in the big board that you can see by 18. You know, they wouldn't put his name up.
Who was the other black golfer who was leading the Canadian Open, which normally was an automatic invitation to the Masters? And he was leading the Canadian Open, and during, like, at the 16th or 17th hole, they sent a thing and said, oh, this year you don't get an
I don't remember that one, but I do remember Lee Trevino, not black, but Mexican-American, who despised the mindset of the green jackets who run Augusta National to the point he would not dress in the locker room. He insisted on sitting on the bumper of his car and putting his golf shoes on in the parking lot. So that should reflect to you a minority view of what that was. And Tiger Woods marched through those hallowed gates in 1997 and blew it away. And it was a stunning, I always say, what's the most stunning thing you ever saw, which you ever watched, and you were on your honeymoon at that point?
And you know what? I should have been rolling in the hay instead of watching it.
And that's why, because you watching golf in Japan, most people go to Hawaii,
and
go to Mexico.
And unfortunately, that marriage didn't last all that long. But and maybe that was the start of it.
Who gets married and divorced on the same day?
Right?
It wasn't the same day.
Okay, married and honeymoon.
Is it like raining or something?
No, it wasn't. We got sucked in. We were.
How can you not?
You.
How can you not sit and watch that? How can she not sit and watch
We
that?
both did.
Yeah.
We were sitting there
Skip,
watching.
Skip, let me get it. So when you and Ernestine went on your honeymoon, you were sitting watching sporting events. Ernestine would hit you. Ernestine hit him with a two-piece.
I was.
That was an unbelievable moment.
But Skip, come on. I mean, I'm with Skip on this, Rob. I get it. You can dislike the fact that he said he didn't want to identify as being black, but his talent and what he was able to do is undeniable.
It's just,
and you shouldn't. You see, they're letting personal feelings get involved now, and that's not what this should have been about. Look at Tiger Woods, what he was able to do. He has 79 victories. He has 14 majors, so which is second in both categories. And Nike built a whole. I mean, the golf business. Nike.
Hey, I'm going to go you one better, just because I get golf maybe better than some others do. But do you realize how hard it's been for black kids to break through the ranks of golf? Which is why I support First Tee.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, but it was so hard in Tiger's day. He had the benefit of a father who played, and he was in the service, so he got to play at some of the government courses.
Courses, correct.
But he won 3 straight U.S. amateurs. It's impossible. To me, that's on par with breaking down the gates of Augusta National for a young, I'm going to call him black golfer. I'm sorry, Tiger.
Tiger, he's right.
But for him to go win 3 straight U.S. amateurs, it is hard. And then that's social impact. That sets
How
the
many black
stage for
golfers
what?
came behind Tiger Woods?
How about 0?
But let me ask you a question.
0.
How many black males started playing golf because of Tiger?
I got it.
They did.
But he didn't have the impact that I think people thought.
It's not his. You got to have talent at some point.
I'm just saying.
I think that underscores just how hard it was for him to do what he did.
There
What
were
about
some
Serena?
other ones. Kobe, obviously you mentioned Kobe and Barry Bonds, Allen Iverson, Deion Sanders, Lawrence Taylor, Lisa Leslie, and OJ for obviously different reasons. But some of the same with Tiger were also left off of the top 50 list.
It's always personal when people are involved. You know that. It's personal.
But white people voted on this also.
They did.
Yeah, but see, Tiger got caught in purgatory.
Yeah,
they didn't F with him.
Yeah.
Blacks didn't F with him. So
We gotta leave it there. Rob, thanks for joining us. Will Floyd Mayweather be really aggressive with Conor? We'll debate that next.